Welcome members to another weekly update. This is Sunday, October the 15th, after market close on the 13th. Please, as always, check the other video. It talks about the long-term trend, short-term trend, and so on. Just starting off here with I was looking at the pound as I came on here, and been commentating on this for a while now, how it's breaking out despite everyone's the market always likes to surprise, always likes to do what people don't expect to happen. Everyone's thinking the pound's trashed and so on. But it's breaking out here nicely, following this upwards rebound like that. I'm liking how this 40-week is curled up nicely. It's just about to do one of my favourite long-term indicators, which is the 40-week crosses the 70-week, which is going to happen right there very soon. And hopefully just carry on riding that trend upwards. So let's start looking at a few things here. I mentioned that last week. So the daily chart for this. Good. So I was talking about getting in around this sort of level, and gave us the opportunity to do that, and then bounces off nicely there. If I could just carry on going, that would be fine. And then the other one we had open is ANSS. Doing very well indeed. That was our entry point around there. As you can see, they're right on support. And going in that sort of zone here is what I was talking about doing. And it hasn't stopped going up since. Very nice gains there. So let that one ride. Pico. Same sort of thing. Here we got the support line, we got in around here and had a nice gap up there and it's consolidating nicely. Again, just holding up there, letting averages keep up with it. Nice action there, it didn't just come back and slamming back down, it's holding its ground, which is perfect. So we've got nice action there on those three opens. The other one, Tile, that's another one. Same sort of thing. This was the one I gave plenty of opportunities to get in on that. It just kept kissing the 200, and eventually it finally leaps off. Nice stepping action as well, holding its ground again, just like ANS. So in there, all going according to plan, which is great. Let's look at GDX. What's been going on with the gold? Here's the dollar. It had this long downward trend, and it snapped out of it. And now it's just sort of pulled back a little bit there, and it does look like that could just be a pullback. So the dollar could make another comeback this week, which would weaken gold. But gold had a nice bounce, as I said. Sort of above the 200-day here. Fine, okay, give it a chance. Pull back, now it's bouncing. Fully expecting it to have another drop here, sort of keep testing as the dollar keeps fluctuating. GDX was the one though. I was using Nugget, which is a leverage version of GDX, and it pulls back here to the the 40 week here, and then bounces off. So last week what I was saying is that, look, I'm happy with it, if it stays above the 200-day, and that's it there. Sort of pulled back, held its ground at the 200-day, and then riding up there. So fine, let that one ride for now. Check the other video about the overall market. I'm not going to open any new trades this week. I've got nice gains going here, digest what I've got. The other thing is that you open a new trade and it's vulnerable to any market fluctuations, and it's just again, you're looking over my shoulder, and if I'm not opening a new trade, I'm not going to talk about a new trade. Nothing new to add, but all is going well. No, you can't complain. Just as I say, keep an eye on the short-term action of the S&P 500, because it could happen in between now and the next time we speak. But no reason to think otherwise right now. I've got no reason to believe this week's going to be different. But we have got to watch the situation now, because, like I've said on the other thing, this could be a new. If I was going to do any new trade, actually, it's going to be the VIX, because as I've explained on the other one, it's become a very crowded trade now to short the VIX, and it's complacency extreme. The proxy of the VIX is the VIXE. And here, as you can see, it's completely crashed, gone down there. But this is making it extremely vulnerable to any kind of snapback. So not going to no reason to do it just yet, but I'm definitely looking at more of a longer term trade. Maybe just actually just shorting it with a long expiration or something like that. Because it can keep going lower. It doesn't mean it's can't go below what it is now, but it's due for some kind of relief. It's in a very oversold situation right now from this built-in complacency. So indeed, one thing I could look at doing is that I've got some nice open trades now, they're in profit. One thing I could look at is to protect those by at the same time position yourself, but which is bound to happen at some point soon, buying some VIXI as sorry, you wouldn't be shorting the VIXI, would you? You're looking for the market to short. When you're buying the VIXI, this is going to go up when the market goes down, so you'd be looking at buying some VIXI as a protection for open gains that I've got. It could be my UPRO system that's doing very well. My bulk of your portfolio has been riding the market since almost for a year now. And if you're worried about a correction or anything like that, or open trades, as well as having something that makes a lot of sense right now. When everyone is one side, when everyone's thinking one way, nobody is thinking. And right now, everyone's thinking short the VIXI, long the market. So that could be something that from a trading point of view, looking at the chart here, this does not look like a suitable entry point. This is purely fundamentals. You're just biting the bullet and just diving in and just sitting on it. There's no indication to say this is going to go up straight away like one of the other trades I showed you. It could be a while, but it's something nice to have in the back pocket maybe. So right, okay, very good, and I will speak to you next time.